I have a couple videos of Louis C.K. that I'm going to show you. Before I do, I really just want to emphasize on the fact that dark humor is deflection. Dark humor is a shield for people like this. People who can go on stage and joke about rape and murder and child molestation and their own kids' genitalia. Like, if you were at work and there was some guy named Louis and he just started talking about his own kid's vagina, would you be okay with that? Absolutely not. But because of the fact that, you know, he's on stage, there's lights, there's people laughing, you get this idea that it's okay when it's not. Humor is a deflection tactic. It deflects the seriousness of certain issues. And that's exactly what he does when he goes on stage and he talks about child molestation and rape and murder and his own kids' genitalia. It desensitizes people to thinking these type of behaviors are okay when they're not. So I want to show you this video of Louis C.K. talking about his daughter, and just listen to the way he talks about her. Listen to the language he uses. It's not okay. It's not funny. And it's just beyond disturbing, in my opinion. I felt uneasy watching it. I don't know how people find it funny. I really don't.
The little one walks into view naked. It's all gone. All gone. Walks up, looks at me. And then, I don't know why, but she shows me her ass. It's something she always does when she's like, look at it! Daddy, you're not looking! So I'm sitting there looking at her ass. And I saw something that I'd never seen before. And I'm going to describe it to you the way that I saw it, because I didn't know what I was looking at. I'm looking at her little white ass. She's white. Little perfect little white ass. Little perfect little white ass.
Just listen to those people laughing it up. How gross. Like, I can't imagine just sitting there and listening to this guy talk about his daughter in that way. He said, I want to describe it to you exactly the way I saw it. And then he goes on to describe her butt. And he calls it a little white perfect butt. Like, that is gross. Like, imagine if you're at work or you had a friend who started talking about their kid's butt like that. Like, it wouldn't be okay. So why is it okay that this guy can say this type of stuff and people just laugh it up? It's so gross to me. It's so, what is wrong with these people? These celebrities have no boundaries when it comes to their children. I mean, even, what's her name? Alicia Silverstone, right? She was bathing with her 9-year-old son. He's 9 years old. He should not be bathing with his mother. And she was also bird feeding him. She's a weirdo. And they never have any boundaries with their children, you know. At 9 years old, you don't bathe with your kid. That's nasty. It's inappropriate. And he's 9 years old. He's fully capable taking a bath or a shower on his own. He doesn't need his mommy there. And is she naked? Like, that's my issue. Are you naked while you're bathing with your kid? I don't know, man. These celebrities are just so weird, and people who just think it's okay is just weirder than them. So I'm going to show you another video of Louis C.K. where he's talking about child molestation, and he's saying that, you know, we got to pull down the bar of hating child molesters because of this whole stigma around it, people don't get their kids back. Which is so disgusting to me, because it's just so wrong. And I'll explain why, but let me show you the clip where he's talking about this.
I have 2 children, and the thing that scares me the most is that they disappear. Nothing that scares me more than them disappearing. That's every parent's worst fear. Now, why do kids disappear sometimes? I think it's because somebody took them and had sex with them, and once you have sex with a kid, you got to toss them, because people hate folks who have sex with kids more than pretty much anything. If you murder somebody, folks will find you a reason. You were upset. You were dehydrated. Whatever. So here's the thing. So if you have sex with a kid, you got to chuck them out, because if the kid tells anybody, you're screwed. So I can't help thinking that if we could take down a few notches the hatred for kid having sex people, at least you get the kid back. That's what I'm trying to say. Is that the guy could just call you, hey, kid, you want me to bring him to soccer or drop him at your house? Does he have any nut allergies? Because he just ate some cashew butter. I know, listen to me. I know that's hard to hear. But it's true. It's true that if we minded child molesting less kids would die. That's true. Now, I don't know what to do with that information. I don't have a way to apply that to anything that's helpful.
There are so many different things that he said that were wrong. Like I said, humor is deflection. They deflect from the reality of these issues. Just take a look at the statistics themselves. Right here, it says 1 in 3 girls are sexually abused before the age of 18. 1 in 5 boys are sexually abused before the age of 18. 1 in 5 children are solicited sexually while on the internet before the age of 18. 30% of sexual abuse is never reported. Nearly 70% of all reported sexual assaults, including assaults on adults, occur to children age 17 and under. If you just keep continuing, you see that 42 million people are currently suffering from some type of sexual abuse that happened to them in their lifetime. So he deflected from the real issues at hand that, he picked the stereotypical child molester, when in reality, Hollywood has done that so well, right? You see all these movies about these child molesters, they all look the same, but in reality, it's the people in the suits, it's these people online, it's the people in your homes. That's where it's happening. So he takes that stereotypical child molester and he just feeds into it, desensitizes people to the idea that it's actually happening in your homes, that it's happening from people on the internet. That's people like him that you got to be wary of, right? And just like the way that he jokes about a child and that nature, and he's talking about it like if it's not as horrible as it is, we got to lower the bar for these people because we won't get our kids back. He is clearly using humor as deflection. He's deflecting from the real issues at hand. He is desensitizing people to the horrors of these crimes. These are grotesque crimes. These are horrible things that anybody has to go through. And to talk about a child in that nature and act like it's just a joke is just beyond me. And honestly, if you don't see the seriousness of this, if you don't see how this is not disgusting, if you find this guy funny, you're a fan of this man, you've been brainwashed. You have been desensitized that you think child molestation is funny and it's just a joke when it's not. Hollywood is PEDOWOOD. These people involved in this industry, if they're not being abused, they are abusing others. That is just how it works in Hollywood. And it doesn't just stop there. It's in the government. It's in video games. It's on toys. It's just everywhere you look. It's billion-dollar companies, CEOs, all these people, artists. All these people are all involved in it. And it's a really sick thing that's going on in this world. And, it roots at Hollywood because they're able to distribute this in movies and comedy and films and TV shows. And it's easy to put that out there in their music and all these media and whatnot, right? So it's easy for them to put that out there. It's easy to distribute it this way and use humor as deflection. And so that's exactly what they do. And you have that very clear in the clips that I've showed you. I made a video about Louis C.K. yesterday, and it's very clear that he uses humor as deflection to deflect from the real issues that are at hand. So, take it for whatever you want, but that's what it is. And I'm going to go ahead and end the video. Thank you for watching, and God bless you.